My website sucks.
What?
I'm opening with that phrase. That line. I'm going right in, babe. I'm going right in today. My website sucks. Your website sucks. Those are the worst things that you want to hear. Hello. Lisa and Eric Pizik here.
Hello.
Hello. We're here on a Monday, diving into the 5 things that make your website bad and sad. Now, first off, people are going to say, why should I even care? Like, do I even need a website? Do they need a website, babe?
I think you need something online. Maybe it's not a full website. Maybe it's a funnel. Maybe it's a landing page. Maybe it's a click here to contact me button.
Yeah, I mean, there's no way you can possibly talk to everyone all the time, everywhere. Your website is what communicates who you are, what you do, why it matters, and is the vehicle that helps you do business and do business well, which is why we're talking about this today. If these things are going on with your website, you are falling behind. And nobody ever wants to fall behind. How do we know that we were falling behind? Well, we just went through this in our business. We did a huge rebrand because as Eric and I came together, we were like, oh dear God, our website sucks. Those were the exact words
Yeah,
that we
knew
said. We're like, it doesn't tell the story of what we do. It's old, it's outdated. It still had offerings from things that we weren't even doing anymore. It didn't have that you and I joined together, which we joined together in 2018. So, I mean, what's that, like 5 years ago? We were long overdue.
We'll probably talk about a lot of these things that we had that were on our sucky website.
Is that your nice way of saying get into it?
Yeah.
Okay. So the first one is there's no strategy. It's confusing. Think about what is the main call to action that you want people to do. And I know you know what that is because you've sat there and said, if I could just get people here, business happens for me. AKA, if I could just get people on a call, if I could just get in front of people, if I could just get this lead magnet or this download or this book into somebody's hands, business happens. That should be the main thing that is at the top of your homepage. That is your call to action. So many people have social links there and just a whole bunch of options for people. And when we give people too many options, they don't do the one thing that we're asking them to do. So the strategy is that you want to have in that section of your website clear copy that points to the one thing that you want them to do. One call to action button, one, the main thing. Then if they don't take it, you can scroll down more, hit them with another strategy and another call to action. And that's strategically how we look at every section, every page on every website that we build. Okay, number 2, branding. You take that one.
Branding. This one doesn't necessarily it's more personal than anything. It's not necessarily sucky because I see some branding. I'm like, that sucks. But then I realize that's the person's personality and that's their choice of colors or whatnot.
Yeah, we're not talking about colors. Logos.
No, we're talking more of like, for us, a great example for us, like the old Infinite Design House website, there was no photos of us. It was all stock photos. And it was our own fault, really, because the messaging wasn't aligned with who we were and how we worked with our clients. So that's why we changed all that. And then we went and got a beautiful photo shoot done. We have branded photos. So what does branded photos mean? So that means you actually have a photo shoot with a professional photographer, and those photos are mainly of you and your staff.
And not photos from 5 years ago or 10 years ago.
Yeah, they should be at least like a year or two max.
Maybe 2-3 years.
Yeah, you should have fairly recent photos that people are like, oh, that is you. Okay. So when they get on a call with you, they're like, oh, that is you. I recognize you.
And think about the experience that you provide for people. Brand emotion is the big thing that comes through in photos.
Yeah.
What do they say? A picture's
it's worth 1,000 words.
Like 1,000 words, worth 1,000 words.
I think it's worth.
Says 1,000 words. You know the thing we're trying to say. But yeah, a picture says 1,000 words. And great photos of you are key to your branding. And we want to do business with you. Right? Even if it is a company, even if it's not a personal brand, we want to know the people that we're going to be doing business with and talking to.
Yeah.
So that's branding. Number 3, SEO, search engine optimization. You take that one.
All right.
That's your wheelhouse too.
This one is all about, you have to think about when wants to search for your business, your services, what are the keywords that you would think that they would type in?
Most simplest Googleable, like,
Yeah.
how do I? What should I?
Yeah, the best, whatever
Yeah.
word, best lawn
Local,
care
local,
maintenance.
blah blah blah.
Yeah.
Or something for the
Yeah,
It's like everybody overthinks SEO.
they
I
do for the most part, and that's like you could go crazy with SEO.
Yeah, we're not talking
We're
like
not talking
hiring our company that goes way in depth. If you're
Yeah.
trying to just have basic SEO on your website, which you need
yes.
nowadays.
So the
Yes.
the basic core element of it is Google and all the search engines send out these robots to your website and it checks all the copy that's on your website. And that's the other thing too, is like a lot of times people want things to look really pretty, so they'll put a lot of copy inside of an image, and that's a big no-no, because all that copy now is garbage, because a robot sees it as an image. It doesn't see it as copy. So you may have amazing copy in an image, it's garbage, because it's like, oh, that's just an image, it's no words. So the premise there is you want to have some of those keywords, if not all of them, on every single page on your website, and make sure it's relevant. Like, you don't want to just keep, like, a long time ago you see on like bottle of websites, you would see like local provider in Burlington, local provider in Ancaster, local provider in Hamilton, local provider, and they would just list all these cities because they wanted to rank for SEO.
Oh,
for
you're
that.
trying to cheat.
Yeah, and that doesn't
Don't
work
cheat.
anymore. That doesn't work anymore. So you want to write actual copy that says those words, so that when people search for it, they find your website, and Google says, "This, you should check out this website."
Or
They talk a lot about that word.
You shouldn't be writing. We didn't write our own copy on our website.
True.
We use our SEO specialist copywriter and our SEO team to help us figure out what those words should be. So I know when you're first starting out, of course, you do everything when you first start out. You are a one-hit wonder. You are a one-man or one-woman band. Hey, Blake. What was it? Team Oliver Twist.
That's right. Oliver's Twist.
Oliver's Twist for life, baby. You do everything when you start. But when you have had some success and you're up and going, your copywriting is something that you want to give off to someone else.
Yeah.
So we talked about strategy. We talked about branding. We talked about copywriting. How about when your website sucks because it takes too long to load?
Ooh.
Oh, I'm so impatient.
Ooh.
Hi, Chella.
Oh, that one's a pain point for me.
Hopping on today.
We actually just had we were meeting with a client who has an older website.
Oh, I'm so
And we
impatient.
went to go on, and we're just like, why is this sucker loading so long? And then
because it sucks in the most lovely way possible.
Yeah, he kind of said that. The person who said that, he's like, yeah, it sucks.
It sucks.
And right away, I was like, where is this website hosted? And he told us, and I'm like, oh no. I'm like, people don't really understand a lot about hosting, and they just think if you Google a cheap hosting company, oh boy, you're gonna find free. You'll probably find free hosting. A lot of the like Wix and stuff out there. That's why people go with them. Like, oh, but it's free. I don't have to pay anything. Great.
Is that how they sound when you're signing up?
Usually,
babe?
that's what I picture them saying.
Okay. Just making sure.
And there's a reason why it's free. And one of the main reasons is usually because it sucks, or because it's really slow, or because it's on outdated technology, or it's there. You think about your website is sitting somewhere on some storage device somewhere. That's kind of what happens with your website, and it depends on how. It's like your internet at home, right? So you might.
Oh boy, we're going down a rabbit hole.
Well, no, because it's a good
I'm
analogy for people.
Okay, keep going.
So try to do this really quickly. So you're at home, you're trying to put on Netflix, and your Netflix takes 14 minutes to load. What are you doing?
I'm out. I'm going to bed.
You're gonna freak out. You're going to be like, I'm out. I'm canceling Netflix. I'm not doing it. I'm going to pick up my phone and go on my phone. Why? Why did that happen? That's the same thing with your website. So your website could be on a crappy hosting service, and that crappy hosting service is really slow. And now people are going to your website and they're
out.
I'm not waiting for
They're
this.
out.
I'm not waiting. Even, and the saddest part, it should be like under 5 seconds.
I saw a statistic that said And I thought this was actually generous. 52 seconds is how long somebody stays on your website on average. Because I was doing some research for a keynote that I'm doing. So I'm like 52 seconds, which seems like an eternity, but it's not when you think about, like, if your website takes 25 seconds to load and the average user 30 seconds to load and the average user only stays 52, on for 52 seconds, they're not purchasing anything. They're not taking a second date with you. They're not going very far. So that 52 seconds, we want to get them the information and get in. Okay, and then the last one, which happens a lot of times, this is pretty common for our clients. They're in transition. So they did have the website on Wix. They were the one man or one woman band. They did it all themselves. And then they decided to change. They decided to upgrade. They're like, I'm going to have a group coaching program or a membership or a new offer. And we build out the funnel. And then they're like, oh, you're going to put this beautifully branded, this strategic SEO filled copy with beautiful images and branding that loads really quickly onto my sucky website. Like, what do I do when I'm in transition? And that's where I wish I could say, well, just do it all, just change it all, like do a huge overhaul. And that isn't always that's not always feasible for people. If you can rebrand your website and rewrite it and redo it and give it an overhaul, great. But if you're maybe financially in a position where you're like, I just spent 10 grand building this thing, now another 5-10 grand to do my website, it's not in the cards for me. Let people know that you're in transition.
Yeah.
I like to poke fun and make a joke about it. Like, look at this brand new, beautiful group coaching program that I have. I know my website's sucky. Like we used to say for a long time, we were like, we're the shoemaker with no shoes. We're getting some really fancy shoes put on. Yeah. Like, bear with us. But a website can suck if it doesn't feel or look like the rest of what you've got going on. It's like when you renovate your house, right? And it's old, and then you redo your bathroom and your ensuite, and then you walk into your bedroom and you're like, oh, this is a whole new mood and vibe from my Zen bathroom to my crappy bedroom. Or you redo, the floors in your house, or you redo your kitchen, and then your dining room looks horrible, right? Like, it doesn't feel like it's the same house. And that's what happens for your potential client. I always make the example of every year, Oliver, well, all of us for our birthday, we're allowed to eat whatever we want for our birthday. That's like the thing. And Oliver always wants McDonald's. That's his thing. Always wants McDonald's. And, when we pull up to McDonald's, the smell hits me, and you see the play place, and it takes me back to my childhood. And I remember, right? Like, we all went to McDonald's, right? What would happen if we pulled up and there was no Ronald McDonald? There was like a penguin holding the salad bowl saying, "Welcome to McDonald's." You would be like, where's Ronald McDonald? Where's the golden arches? Where's that fry smell? Like, are we sure you put the right address in? Did we pull up to the right place?
Or you wouldn't even pull up.
You drive by.
That's not it.
Like, I'm out. That's not the right spot.
I'm going to the next McDonald's.
Right? We know the branding and the feel and the emotion and nostalgia and the heartburn. No, I'm kidding. and the gut rot. No, okay, it's not an everyday thing. It's a birthday thing. But you get what I'm saying, right? It feels familiar.
Yeah.
And when you're in transition, a lot of times when you built something new and you still have this old crappy website that sucks, it doesn't feel familiar, which is why you got to make the effort to overhaul everything, to rebrand everything and get it up to speed. So that's what we had for you today. Hopefully that serves. So go back and look at your website, do an audit. Is there strategy with a clear call to action in every section based on how you want them to interact with you? What are your images? What are your branding? What is your copy like? Does it have SEO? How long does it take for it to load? And if you're in transition, start making a plan, start putting aside some money to reinvest back into your business, or just bite the bullet and say, I care about, what my brand looks like, and I'm ready for an overhaul.
I'm gonna try to share a link here quick if I can find it. If not, I'll post it on the video.
Just post it on the video.
Yeah, I'll post on the video. There's a great resource that Google provides. Yeah, it's like a free resource that Google provides where you can do like a page load test. and Google will tell you on your website, like kind of quickly. It'll say like,
Like how cool. Yeah, like,
yeah, it'll
what's
say
wrong with
like,
it?
this is great
that's a
on
great
mobile.
re-
This
Oh,
sucks.
that's a good
This is
resource to
great.
share.
So I'll post that link on the video.
And we'll post a link to get on a call with us. If you're like, I think my website does suck and I don't know what to do about it. Or does my website suck? I don't know. I think it's pretty good. You tell me if it sucks.
Yeah.
We'll go through that report with you
Mhm.
and get on a call, and we'd be happy to do an audit and kind of give some tips and tricks and see how you can make it better.
Mhm.
All right. Thanks for being here, guys. Blake and Chella and anyone else who tuned in. We super appreciate you. And we'll see you next time. Whenever, I don't know when next time is going to be. We say
Hopefully
daily.
tomorrow.
Hopefully tomorrow. That's the plan. Same time-ish, noon-ish. All right.
Bye.
Bye. Happy Monday. Bye.